Happy Hum Day, everyone! Hello, friends who are tuning in from LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another of my weekly LinkedIn Live 30 minutes coffee break with your LinkedIn girl. For those of you who follow me for a while, you guys know the drill. Let me know where exactly you're tuning in from and what favorite beverages you are drinking at the moment because I really want to know. And you know me, I love a good cup of coffee. So I see Millie here. So good to see you, Millie. Can't wait for Friday. It's going to be awesome to have you at the ADHD Millie show. I mean, me too. I'm super freaking excited to be at your show, Millie. And we're going to talk about the importance of mental health. So it's going to be great. And speaking to the expert. And I saw earlier Usama is here as well. So Usama, great to see you. Fantastic to have you here. And he said, let's go. Get the party started. Exactly, exactly. And Charlene, good to see you. I'd love to see some new faces. Do let me know where exactly you're tuning in from and what type of preferred beverage you are drinking today when you're tuning in. And Craig, good to see you. Hello from Queens, New York. Amazing. And we're in the same time zone right now, Craig, and in the Eastern time. So I'm really, really grateful to have you here. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Selena Yang, the ex LinkedIn girl turned CEO of the In Academy in the middle of COVID. I'm showing up for you and my amazing community every Wednesday to share one topic hacks to help you to get real result on LinkedIn. And today we're going to uncover what's dwell time. So I'm going to get into it in a bit. And if you're solopreneurs, business coach, or one in making side hustler who are looking to build a strong, powerful personal brand, turn your connection into customers, and boost your social engagement, you, my friend, you're in the right place. But before we do that, have you get the memo yet? The memo is my LinkedIn Gal podcast is out already for almost 6 weeks, and we have more than 500 downloads as of today. So each individual episode is around bite size. Today's one is a little bit different because today one is you need to check it out. I'm not going to spill the tea, but give actionable insider tips to really help you to get to where you wanted to be and from where you are right now to where you wanted to be on LinkedIn. And my very last episode is really to empower you and gain confidence. So please go ahead and check it out. I know that a lot of you have already just sent it to hello at theinacademy.com about your rate and review. So we already announced who is the winner. It is. So it's Irene is the winner. And I think we're already sort of separately sending you an email. So I look very, very forward to have the one-on-one LinkedIn coaching session with you. Again, it's completely free because you have rated and reviewed your LinkedIn podcast. So if for whoever that is tuning in today and you haven't done it yet, and you're like, oh, Selena, do you just launch your LinkedIn podcast just now? Please go ahead and check it out at Apple or Spotify or Google Podcasts, whatever podcast app that you love. Tune in and get all the juicy bits. It's called Your LinkedIn Go. Great. So let's go. Okay, I see a couple of you just tuning in as well. April, so good to see you. I know we just chatted last week and talking a little bit about your vision and mission on LinkedIn. I'm just so excited and I really hope that we got an opportunity to work together. And you said I'm tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia. Fantastic. Good to see you. And drinking kombucha this morning. Ooh, delicious. I'm a huge fan of kombucha. In fact, one of my best friend that is still in Luxembourg, she made her own kombucha and it's just so delicious and somehow I mean it's weird to broadcast this right now, but kombucha really help to activate your body in a way that it works a little bit like fresh coffee in the morning, right? Then you sort of like need to go to the ladies room, if you know what I mean. So it's a great drink when it comes to really cleaning up your body, as well as it's a delicious drink as well. I mean, not a lot of people like it because it's a little bit acidic and sour, but when you get to it, like started drinking it, you felt like, oh, that's actually really tasty. So who is a big fan of kombucha here? Do let me know if you guys did drink kombucha at all, or who have not heard about kombucha. Do let me know. And Gemma, good morning to you. Fantastic to see you, fellow DCA friends. Great, amazing. So, oh, and Usama, hello, hello. I catch you for a bit. I see you saying, "Let's go, let's get the party started," and then now I see you. Fantastic. Great to see you, Usama. You always bring the best energy in the house. So I'm really excited to have you here. And yeah, let me know if you guys have tried a kombucha since April brought it up. It's a really tasty drinks, and it's just activate something in your body that is quite surprising. But anyway, let's go. So what is really happening with LinkedIn algorithm right now? Like I got tons of message telling me that they have been struggling. I don't know whether you guys can hear me well because my mic is like literally a little bit far away from me at the moment. But is this better? If it's better, let me know. And like some like most of the people, really like my audience, are starting to say, hey Selena, I'm getting a lower number of views of my profile every day. And have you guys noticed it as well? Like, I just want to let you know you're not alone, where we all do, right? So now that LinkedIn has 774 million members, it's growing at a rate of 3 members every second. So every second when I'm talking with you here, there's 3 new members joining. So how do you really reach these members with your content and gain more views and grow your audience on LinkedIn? So today I'm going to dive right in and learn the hacks of this exactly LinkedIn algorithm to really help you to gain more reach. So great. Let me see. Gemma said, I don't like kombucha when I first tried it, and now I had it all the time. Yeah, me too, Gemma. I don't really like how acidic it is in the beginning. It's like tasting a little bit weird. I'm not particularly a big fan of sour, like just the taste itself. Sourness is not my favorite, but somehow it's like you said, like the more you drink it, you're used to it, and it's actually quite tasty. So it's exactly like how I felt it. And Gemma said it definitely too early for me. Haha. You're definitely a morning bird. It's great. And Yusama said that was the network problem on my end. Oh, don't worry. Great, great, great. I'm so grateful to have you anyway, Yusama, and we can hear you. Fantastic. Great. Give me some thumbs up or heart emoji so I know you're still with me. So let's talk about this specific LinkedIn algorithm today, which I'm going to give you an insider twill about it. So LinkedIn valued your time that you spend on the newsfeed, right? All the content that you saw. So every 4 posts that you saw on the newsfeed, there's one which is advertisement on LinkedIn. So as of now, you can just scroll through your newsfeed. Obviously, you're watching my live. I wish you can do it later. When you're scrolling through your newsfeed, or you have another like mobile, or you have your laptop, you can try it out. When you scroll through newsfeed, every 4 posts, you see one advertisement there, and distributing content that it's more relevant and interesting to you, right? So for example, one of my friends, he's super into crypto, very, very into BTC, extremely into digital currency. So when I scroll through his newsfeed on his mobile for LinkedIn, it's totally different for what I am seeing and what he's seeing. For mine will be like basically personal brand related. It will be about like marketing. So everyone's newsfeed is very, very different if you have tried that before. And dwell time is like really introduced by the Feed AI LinkedIn team to really help you to do exactly that. So your content that fitting to you are relevant to you as what's interesting you. So tell me a little bit with me here, friends, if you have experienced that and you saw that, yeah, it does, right? LinkedIn did give me content that it's more relevant to my industry as well as things that I do like, engage, it will feed me more sort of content related to that. If that's the case, do let me know. And oh, Andrew, good to see you. Morning, morning. I'm very, very grateful that you can tune in today. And you sound like give me a thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. And Charlene, I hope I do not pronounce your name wrong, but if I butcher your name terribly, please do let me know. Very helpful insight. Thanks, Selena. Great to hear. So let's continue. So what exactly is dwell time and why should you pay very close attention to how to get more out of it, right? So dwell time is a LinkedIn algorithm that rank members' content based on the time distributing spent on the newsfeed. In another word, it measures how long someone hover over your post when you're posting something and how long they bounce it out. So for example, when my post is visible for somebody's browser window within that time frame, my audience will stop scrolling, right? Obviously, if your content is really highly engageable, is really, really stroke stopping, is really interesting, then that will be where the magic happens. And the more time I get someone to read my post or watch a video, watch it through, read the comments, listen to an audio, or flip through a document, which is like the carousel looking document, the more time I get someone to do this, to spend time with my post, right? So the higher my dwell time is going to be. So it's relative. So that's the primary factor that LinkedIn is consider when determining the quality of your post. It's now takes into consideration how long a particular person has spent looking, reading, engaging with your post, and it will reward your post for exactly that. Do I explain it well? Do you guys get the overall idea of what dwell time is? If not, I'm happy to elaborate more before I jump into the next section, which I'm going to talk about how you can leverage this exactly dwell time to help you as a content creator. Great. Sherry said, like, yes, I guide your trainer to follow trainees to follow and dwell to get Salesforce in their feed. Amazing, fantastic to know. Good for you. I'm very grateful to have you joining my LinkedIn Live today and talking about that exactly. Great. So we will also take a look at how LinkedIn rank our content. And upon logging into LinkedIn, you will find many posts in your newsfeed. They call right, obviously LinkedIn content. To filter those posts, show the more relevant ones. And LinkedIn uses a lightweight ranking based on your interests, right? Which I talked about before. If your interest is personal branding, then that will be what your newsfeed is feeding you more on. Other factor is based on this 3 engagement action. Number 1 is reaction. Reaction is like all the lights, all the really cute emoticon that you saw, like, love, support, insightful, right? Or curious. That's reaction. And there's also comments, as well as last but not least is shares, right? So dwell time is much more important factor because more of the other things like comments and share, which can be actually faked by pods, if you know what pods means, or engagement, and with engagement pods. So LinkedIn know about it, and they have been actively trying to do different measurements to basically not allow sorry, let me drink some water. Sorry, recently I have like a really weird voice that I hope I'm not like going down with a flu or something, but yeah, I got something. But anyway, so yeah, LinkedIn know about this and they are taking like really proactive action, having a team in place to basically hoping to cancel it, like really play against. Some of the members have been sort of against the LinkedIn community policy. So that's basically the countermeasure to make drill time a way more important than the engagement. So whoever that is actually telling you that LinkedIn engagement is the most powerful way to make sure your content will be pushing out to a greater audience, that's actually not true. It's dwell time. So I hope this is very, very clear from day one for you. And if you're not sure, do let me know, or if you have any questions, do let me know. And is this helpful right now? Is it, do I go too nitty gritty to this specific thing? And if I do, please do let me know, because I do want to know that this is actually helpful for you. Sounds good? Great. So let's keep going. And if you make 1,300 characters post on your LinkedIn, someone actually reads it and take the time to comment. As LinkedIn is measuring how active a post is, a lot of people have comment on it and they have like a variety of feedback. This is where it gets the real traction. So here's the secret of making your audience stay longer on your post and get more views and more engagement. All right, April said, hope you feel better. I was feeling down the past 5 days as well. Couldn't determine whether it's a flu or feeling much better. Okay. Yeah, me too. I don't know what that is. I don't feel bad with, everything else, but just somehow my voice. But that's like the one of the most important things. But it could be because I have been doing tons of LinkedIn masterclass and course. So yesterday I did like a 90 minutes masterclass, and right after I was like, oh, I'm so tired, but I still have like sort of like my LinkedIn clients, my LinkedIn personal brand boss program with my 10 of my clients. So I really need to still be able to sort of support them and showing up for them. But anyway, I'm so glad that you feel better, April, and it's so nice, this very, very sweet message from you. So I hope this is helpful. So this is how, like, some of the ideas for you to make your audience stay longer on your posts and get more views and more engagement. So let's do this. The very first one is called the native content. So LinkedIn rewards native content, and native content means content that is originally on LinkedIn, which is not a native content. For example, you create a video content and you post it on YouTube, then you post the link on YouTube specifically on your LinkedIn post. That becomes not a native content. So as long as you are not linking it out somewhere, just like I said, YouTube or Twitter or somewhere else, for example, posting link to LinkedIn or posting your blog post through Medium, but instead really upload that directly on LinkedIn, do it through the LinkedIn channel. LinkedIn will show that to a lot more eyeballs because they want to award you by creating content on this specific platform. I think most of you have been with me for a while. I talk a little bit about respecting platform or platform is selfish. It's so true, like, because this is the theory that I share with another marketers class, is that everyone, right, in the social media world are fighting against this exact same pie. And this exact same pie is the population of the entire global population. And there's roughly around 67% of people are active social media user. And in order to fight this pie, like LinkedIn, like Facebook, Instagram, they are fighting all of each person time, right? And one person could have 24 hours per day. And if you check your screen time yesterday, I checked mine yesterday, it was really horrible. Mine is seven hours and something. And 4 hours is already LinkedIn, which is like, again, horrendous. But since my business is on LinkedIn, right? So you've got to spend time on LinkedIn. But what I'm saying, everyone is fighting for this exact pie on LinkedIn or on various social media. So they need to be selfish. They need to be selfish with your time. So they want to grab as much as attention. So it doesn't really just apply to LinkedIn, it's applied to other social media channel as well. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Don't ever link or disrespect the platform by linking stuff out, so that, because again, they want the entire community built out from here. They want basically the engagement happening on LinkedIn itself, not to basically go to some other platform. Does it make sense? Am I explaining this well? Do let me know, because there's a lot of like basically marketing and social media technology sort of explain behind this. And if I do not break it down well, do let me know. If I do break it down well, give me a heart emoji, or give me a thumbs up, so I know this is helpful, please. Great. And Ellie, okay, Ellie said, I went to the loo. What's the best thing? Not engagement. Oh, I'm sorry, Ellie, that you missed out that, but don't worry. It's dwell time. So dwell time is actually much more important, which LinkedIn is going to be focusing more when showing your content to somebody else newsfeed. So this is really important, and I hope that is if you missed out just that part when you went to the loo, that's okay. It's alive, but you can always go back to watch the replay, Ellie. So don't worry. And so good to see you here. And Nate, great to see you checking in, and always fantastic to have you here on my live show. So let's talk a little bit nitty gritty in terms of what you can get more eyeballs as well as longer dwell time on LinkedIn. And so I talk a little bit about like, oh, great. Okay. Ellie know it now. Perfect. So Ellie, thank you as well for joining. So yeah, do let me know if I explain very well in terms of like how social media works, not driving people outside of your platform, right? So that's part of the things. And also not just video, also when you are writing articles, making sure you're using LinkedIn as a publisher, and don't link it out with another blog or article when you're posting content on LinkedIn. Sounds good. Anybody have any questions so far? Give me a fire emoji or heart emoji if you have any ideas, or really get a clarity on what I'm talking about, because now I'm going to talk about individual posts, how you can get higher ranking as well as in dwell time, so you can show up to your audience even more. Sounds good. Great. So, okay. Brian also said, slideshows and video can help with this dwell time metrics. Absolutely. I agree. And let's talk about that, Brian. It's a great segue for my next point, which I'm elaborating. And I'm so glad you're joining, Brian. So let's start with text posts. So text posts is great. If you see text posts right now, especially if you're seeing in the content creator perspective, we always suggest the first 1 to 3 sentence is as a hook. And the hook meaning is like asking people questions, something that will stop people from scrolling. It could be the first sentence is like really, really powerful, like something like that. I like to always use like, if you're doing this, please stop it now, right? Something like that. Then people will be like, oh, what did I do that I need to stop it now? Or like it could be like unpopular opinion, and talk about that, right? And then people will continue read on. So the first 3 sentences is so important as a hook to your audience to keep reading on. And make sure you space out line by line by line. One is because it make it very easy for people to read it on mobile. And in fact, there's almost 60% more people are actually using and navigating LinkedIn through mobile. So you do want to make sure the user experience are great for that. And that will be a longer dwell time if you're spacing it out and make it very easy for people to read. And people are more likely to click on the read more on the post, which will again play a bigger role in pushing your content even further in terms of your reach as well as view. So making sure the three sentences, the hook, space it out, as well as making sure you take whatever you can to invite people or making sure people click the see more button. So see more is when after the 3 lines that I talk about, the 3 hook line, then when people click on see more, then it will really helps you to push your content even further. Sounds good? Any questions, do let me know. This is important. All right, great. So moving on to video posts. So video posts, it's fantastic to really help you with dwell time. Although you might see video post engagement is not as good, but the views are actually not bad. What I like to always compare is YouTube, right? Try it to post your first video on LinkedIn and try to post your first video on YouTube. You will see a lot different when it comes to that, right? So the views on LinkedIn, although it's not like a lot, unless you're already an influencer or a content creator, you have a pretty massive audience, but on LinkedIn posting your content are not that bad. And the best performing ones are the ones that it's around 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and it's in a square format that you can utilize the maximum screen space. And you can also add subtitles to your video, making the top banner as a hook, like a headline, that making people again stop scrolling and see your video and spend as many time on your post. And if that is happening, again, this dwell time LinkedIn algorithm will help you to push further reach of your post. Sounds good? Great. April have a fantastic question. April asks, what about adding hyperlinks to an external web page when citing facts? Okay. I like that Brian is already answering that question. I like that. Like, that's why LinkedIn Live is just incredible, because you just have this beautiful community that just answering people questions all the time, learning from each other, as well as saying hi to each other. I know Nate do that. I know also Usama did it earlier. So again, I'm very, very grateful for everyone tuning in. So Brian already answered. April, for the links, you should include, like citing research. It can help you to put external link in the comment rather than the post itself. So yes, so what you do is, April, like Brian suggested, the links you can put it on the comments, but don't be the first one to do it, because from a recent research that me and my team does, I also already update my clients. LinkedIn already sort of know that some of the content creators are so smart hacking the system. And when you post as a content creator, you go straight away posting your own comments, so that before LinkedIn do not know, and it helps someone to push the post, but that's not anymore. They can detect it's a comment that is posted by somebody already now. So making sure you wait the very first comment on your post, and then you can add in your next comment with the link. That would be helpful for you. And not being punished. But yeah, like to Brian's point, you can add the comments right after. Or another suggestion that I have for my clients, which works really well, but you might need to wait, but that's okay, because most of the people actually post it for an hour. I always talk about it. April, you're in my life for a bit. Don't post and ghost. So when you don't post and ghost, you do roughly around an hour on LinkedIn, playing around different activity, doing all these networking, right? And then you will just basically wait for people to comment on your post, or you're also engaging with your connection. And when you do that, then you will be basically able to wait for roughly around 1 hour. Then you can edit your post. And when you edit your post, you can add that link directly. And when you do, again, that will help you to respect the platform, like I said, as well as making sure LinkedIn is helping you pushing your post. Sounds good? Great. Cool. So let's move on. Okay, Kelvin just joined. Hey, Kelvin, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I like what you were saying. And wait, what were you talking about? Kelvin, we're talking about dwell time today. So do let me know if you have any questions. Again, if you just join in and hearing a little bit about this, it might get confused because you are not like hearing from the beginning to the end, because I have explained my insider twill about dwell time. So if you really want to go back, please feel free. After I end this live, you will be able to watch the replay. All right, sounds good. Kelvin, good to see you. So great, moving on for document posts. So we talk about video posts, we talk about text posts. Now let's talk about document posts. Document posts, I highly recommend. The best one is actually no more than 8 pages. And if you are actually uploading in a format, I'll highly encourage to upload in PDF format with just words and just simple graphic. It's good. But what I'm looking at, great PDF that I saw across the platform, is the one that actually is square format. If you do want to do it in A4, that's totally fine. But it's like bigger words, and it's like a headline or like a sub headline, each individual slide to tell a story. That's actually the best when it comes to document posts in terms of engagement, as well as to basically help you with dwell time. So people are really spending time flipping through your documents. So your post, it's going to have a wider reach. That is as simple as that, as document posts. And the last card or last page, I usually recommend my clients to add sort of like a very strong call to action. So if it's a very strong call to action, like, follow hashtag in it with Selena to get daily LinkedIn tips, or ask somebody to visit your website, or invite someone to your like latest webinar, making sure it's a very clear call to action in the very last card. So you're not like wasting your document and sharing all these amazing hacks and people download it, and after people download it, they just forget about you, right? You want people to remember you, and you are the creator behind that PDF. Sounds good? And someone I've noticed like really getting people more engagement are content that are also, of course, higher quality. It has details. It also has specific example, or using screenshot. Those are usually content that works really well on LinkedIn, and personal anecdotes. Of course, having a fabulous like attention grabbing title always helps, right? Which is the headline that I talk about. So there are several things when it comes to creating an eye-catching headlines that will help. It's with numbers. It sounds crazy, right? But having numbers on your headline is really helpful. Have you guys used that before? Maybe you do. And if you do let me know. Drop me a fire emoji, or drop me whatever your favorite emoji right here, so I know you're still here with me. So having a number in your headline would really more likely for people to click on it. And it's also show a unique perspective, so that people are expected to know what they're going to gain out of that like pieces of content. So for example, my recent LinkedIn podcast is about 3 best way to boost your SSI, which is social selling index score, in just 3 days, right? So again, I give a promise to my audience. There is 3 ways to boost your SSI. And there's also 3 days you can do that. So these are a couple of ways that you can make a very eye-catching headline with a number. That's a smart way to do it. And making sure you engage with the post, with someone's post in the first 2 hours from the time that you post go live. When people start commenting on your post, you are engaging. Then it's now really trigger the LinkedIn algorithm, and your post will push out to a wider network. So there you go. I mean, there's a lot going through with my LinkedIn Live today. There's a lot of like secret going behind the dwell time, and engagement is important. Like I said, like is not as important than comments on the LinkedIn front, because they are really, really highly focusing on conversation on the platform. So do making sure you do whatever you can to benefit yourself with dwell time. So if you want to create great content, what I recommend you is you do write things that people actually understand some of the things that really drill down to what your ICP. I talk about ICP all the time, your ideal customers personas, what they're talking about, and really, really add your valuable comments. And again, making sure you add call to action all the time and add meaningful conversation or meaningful comments on someone's post that will really, again, help you in both ways. It's a virtual cycle, like I explained on LinkedIn. The more you put support other, the more that you're cheering other on, the more things that you're getting out from it. Sounds good. So great. So I hope this is a fantastic sort of LinkedIn Live for you. I saw that quite a lot of questions today. I love it. Is it a topic that is actually interests you? If that's the case, do let me know. If it's not a topic that interests you, I also want to know. I see that we have 15 people here now. Yeah, do let me know if there's any comments around today's LinkedIn Live. I know I've been like mixing LinkedIn Live in multiple different ways, right? I talk about mindset adjustment. I talk about hacks for being a early stage entrepreneur. As you know, I'm an early stage entrepreneur as well. So do let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk more about. So I know that this is helpful. Great. So I will wait for one more minute. And if there's no question for me or anything that you might find it interesting throughout the session, or any topics that you're like, Selena, I really, really want you to talk a lot about that specifically, then I will basically add on and talk with my team and sort of reshuffle around the topic that we're going to talk about on LinkedIn Live. So to basically, benefit you, because I want to create this show showing up for you specifically, that is making sure it's helpful. Sounds good. Great. Irene, thank you. Thank you, Selena. Very interesting. Irene, I'm so grateful that you're here, and amazing to see you here at my LinkedIn live show week in and week out. I'm so grateful for you. And Brian said, cool insight. And Brian, I'm so happy to see you here as well. And I believe it's your first time joining. And again, I'm very, very grateful to have you. And you're amazing, joining and chipping in your insight as well as your input. I appreciate you a lot. LinkedIn user. Okay, let me check who this is. Okay, great. Oh, Annie. This was the best live I've attended in a long time, and I've been to many. Thank you. Oh, Annie, that really, really warms my heart. I mean, I don't know whether I have shared with you, but earlier this week, you know me. I mean, if you have been following my content for a while, it was tough, sometimes as a content creator, you have your roller coaster, right? Like, obviously you would have one post that it's absolutely crazy with viral views. Last week I've got one because I talk about like what is upcoming on LinkedIn, like what's new on LinkedIn, and that post gave me almost like 7K views. And then this week I have my basically worst post ever, of getting, I think, roughly around 40 engagement. I mean, reaction, but comments is roughly around 52. Which I'm like, again, I'm very grateful for my audience because they are just so loyal, as well as they're just so amazing. My tribe, it's just, again, I need to give a shout out to them because they're just absolutely amazing. But what I'm trying to say is it's tough sometimes. You, as a content creator, you will go through the roller coaster in there, and what I would say is, during those tough times, that will be some of the things that I want you to remember. It's totally okay, because you need to go back to your why. You need to go back to your goals. What you are doing and showing up for your audience are not the likes, not the comments, not the reshare, not those numbers. I mean, vanity metrics people said it's not important. To me, there is importance of that. As a content creator, you would be able to know how well your content is received, right? But I do say, as a content creator, if you get your low days, just like I do this week, last week is amazing, phenomenal. I got like sort of like my LinkedIn profile view historically high, and this was just, again, it's just diving down again. But it's normal. You need to know as well. And what you need to adjust your mindset is, remember your angle, remember your why. You are showing up for your audience, like me today, right? Every week at 9 a.m. Eastern time or 3 p.m. Central European time, or is it 9? Yeah, 9 p.m. Asia time, because I do want to share my knowledge and I want to be here cheering you on. And that's my goal. And that's my why, right? So always think about your why, no matter how bad your content is being received that day. I hope that it's helpful, and I hope you enjoy some of the real talk here. And if you do enjoy my show, this is all the real talk you get. And great. So I just want to, let everyone know I'm just like really, really grateful for everyone tuning in. And I look very forward to see everyone next Wednesday. And just letting you know, I'm now in Miami, having the best time of my life, really enjoying the beautiful weather. I just recently moved from Luxembourg, from Europe to here, so that was crazy. It's a crazy roller coaster. As you might know, I'm actually tuning in from a hotel room. It's not ideal for me, but soon, I hope next week when you see me, it will be in my new home in Miami. And yeah, again, I'm very, very happy that all of you could tune in. Let me know if this is valuable. Annie already said that it's the best live. Again, it warms my heart, and it's just really like I'm over the moon right now just hearing about that as a content creator. And as for now, I wish you all happy hump day, and I'll see everyone same time next Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I wish you all a fantastic, extra productive Wednesday ahead. Bye for now, everyone. Bye.